The United Arab Emirates has called on Tehran to stop all attacks by Iranian forces on Gulf nations. Regional partners hosting U.S. interests, specifically military bases, have been repeatedly attacked by Iran since the war began.
So I think you have to separate the U.S.-Israel campaign and its engagement with Iran militarily from Iran's egregious, illegal and unlawful attacks on Gulf countries and Jordan that had nothing to do with that campaign, and that we're looking for diplomatic de-escalation prior to these escalations that occurred. So let's separate the two.
Let's find out how it's all playing out across other parts of the GCC. Dmitry Medvedenko joins us live from Doha. Dmitry, brief us on the latest attacks on Gulf countries.
Well, one of the main developments today was in Oman. There were two expatriates who were killed as a result of a drone attack on the Sohar province there. And this marks basically the first fatalities for the country in this conflict, which has been going on for almost 2 weeks now. Now, there was also a warning from the U.S. Embassy that citizens must not leave anywhere further than 50 kilometers away from the U.S. Embassy in Muscat. Now, in Dubai, we've just heard from Lana Nusayba, the UAE Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. She was saying that U.S. military bases will not be closed, that UAE refuses to adhere to these kind of demands coming from Mojtaba Khamenei, the new supreme leader of Iran. She said that the UAE and other countries are committed to diplomacy, but for that to happen, all attacks from Iran must stop. We have seen plumes of smoke around Dubai today, the government there saying that it was a successful interception of an attack and that there was minor damage caused to the city, without specifying where it was. But from what we have seen from those pictures and from witness accounts, it appears to be right next to the Dubai International Financial Center, the DIFC. And this has context, Cyril, because just around 2 days ago, Iran said that U.S. and Israeli financial and economic interests and companies and entities are a legitimate target after one of its banks got targeted in the previous days. So we've had companies like HSBC, Standard Chartered and Citibank and PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte, all saying they're closing their offices, notably in the DIFC, until the end of the week as a precautionary measure. There were also attacks in other countries. Saudi Arabia reporting that it's been downing drones in the east of the country, so-called empty quarter region, where there's an oil field there. This has been going on for days now. Here in Qatar, we haven't actually had our phones blasting with alert messages for more than 24 hours now. However, the government did clarify today that it sends out these alerts when additional precautionary measures are advised to citizens and residents. The flag carrier, Qatar Airways, today also announced that it has converted some of its planes from passenger to cargo to deliver essential goods to the country like medicines and baby formula to make sure there's no shortages. Kuwait also said one of its flights came into the airport with essential goods. So countries, Cyril, are trying to adapt to the situation given that there's no sign of abating of these Iranian retaliatory strikes in the foreseeable future.
Dmitry Medvedenko reporting from Doha. Thank you very much, Dmitry.